So, hello everybody, thank you for joining us today. Our graduation ceremony is just about to start, so let's wait for our students.
Thank you so much. And I ask that we remain standing for the rendition of the Canadian National Anthem from Leah Ivanova. And as many of you have had me as your teacher, and as a lover of having a microphone in front of me, I'd like to take this moment to leave you with two more lessons. The second, I'll leave for the end. But the first is a lesson that you all taught me. Now, it wasn't how to speak Portuguese or how to speak Spanish. But if I could encapsulate what you taught me, it would be in this Latin phrase, sapere aude. That can be commonly translated into dare to know. And looking in front of me, I see 60 some odd students that have dared to know, dared to learn, dared to try and fail, dared to build communities, and dared to lead communities. Further translations of that sentence go on beyond just saying dare to know, but rather dare to be wise. And in order to be wise, wisdom comes from experience. Wisdom comes from hard work. Wisdom comes from resilience and dedication. And today, we're coming together to celebrate the culmination of the years of your hard work, your resilience, and your dedication. Today, we recognize that each and every one of you has developed a unique set of skills and knowledge here at Greystone College. And we look forward to seeing how you're going to use that in your journeys to come. Today, as you graduate, you step into a world that is in need of your creativity, your ability to connect, and to make a difference. Today, your transition from students to becoming professionals in two exciting industries. And I want you to always remember to dare to be wise. Approach your future with curiosity and confidence, and embrace the challenges that lie ahead. Because that is what I learned from all of you. As Master of Ceremony, it's my privilege to introduce each speaker as they come up. And the first speaker I'd like to introduce is someone who has provided unwavering leadership and guidance here at Greystone College and across all of our campuses. She's a cornerstone of our community and has shaped our institution in many ways. Please join me in welcoming Nadine Baladi, Vice President of Canadian Operations.
Not as tall as your illustrious Professor Alex. And thank you, Alex, for those words. So before we begin the celebration today, I was hoping that we could actually take a moment to honor and remember our Greystone student and friend, Lena Favaro, who passed away on May 8th. Our thoughts and prayers are with her family and with all of you today. She would have been amongst this group today. Please, let's take a moment of silence to grieve her passing before we begin. and welcome. It is my privilege and distinct honor to welcome our distinguished guests, our faculty, staff, student helpers, parents, family members, and friends who have supported you, the students, and especially to you, our graduating students. Welcome to our first graduation ceremony of Greystone College 2023. As Vice President of our Canadian Operations, I'm delighted to extend a warm welcome to all of you at this wonderful milestone in Greystone College's calendar year, as we celebrate and say farewell to our graduates of the year 2023. This is a proud moment, but it's also a proud moment for our young academic institution. Greystone College just celebrated 4 years of existence this past January. In its short existence, Greystone College has graduated 363 students from 27 countries. A quick look at statistics tells me that this group graduation coming from 9 different countries. Understanding and appreciating the diversity of cultures and perspectives worldwide has helped you become compassionate, open-minded global citizens who will lead change in our world. To all academic successes, the culmination of many months of dedication and hard work. But of course, that's only part of the story. Your graduation class has endured and overcome exceptional uncertainty and challenges in the last 18 months, with the end of the pandemic, and changes in federal and provincial policies. Education is about growth, not just about grades. You have adapted and grown in these difficult times, which has undoubtedly enriched you and added to your academic success. All the triumphs and setbacks you and your fellow students shared together have given you a remarkable bond and a unique path. You, your family and friends, and all of us should be very proud of your achievements as you're graduating from one of the best career colleges in Canada, renowned all over the world for our excellent curriculum, our incredible teaching, and thank you, and student support. Your Greystone qualification tells the world that you are capable, passionate, career-focused, and tenacious. These are excellent qualities equipping you to make a difference, to changing lives, and to shaping society for the better, no matter what career you choose or which country you land in. Yours here is the first generation in many decades that can take such individual and collective pride in your achievements in the face of such diversity. In a fast-changing world, be confident. Expect the unexpected. Embrace new challenges and opportunities. A Greystone education certifies that you are ready for anything. Graduates, remember that Greystone College is forever your home. As you graduate and you start out in your career, we really hope that you will stay in touch with the college and with one another. This is your community where you can help by mentoring current students. You can also be mentored by more experienced alumni and you can also network with our global Greystone College and ILSC community of over 100,000 alumni. Once again, my heartfelt congratulations to you and your families, and my very, very best wishes for your personal and professional success. I know that you will make Greystone College proud. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for those wonderful words of wisdom. The next speaker I'd like to introduce is somebody that we've all come to know, but not many of you have had the privilege of working as closely with as I have. And I would just like to share with you two things to know on this person. It takes a lot of vision to be able to execute what we've done in the last 13 months. And for those of you that aren't able to, or haven't been exposed enough to appreciate or realize the level of growth and the scale in which we've had to react and make decisions could only be done by somebody who not only has vision, but by somebody who is open to understanding and learning from his team as well. This person has trusted us to provide you the best experience we can, and now I trust him to provide you with a few parting words. I'd like to call up Parvesh Chaitanya, the director.
Thank you so much, Alex. Graduates of 2023, welcome. Before I begin, let me ask you a question. What is your favorite food in Montreal? Now, is it a dish that you cook yourself? At a particular restaurant, maybe? Poutine, I heard some of you say just now. Now, for me, I love the restaurant called Choo Chai in Montreal. It's on St. Denis, very close to Sherbrooke. And it's a hidden gem where they serve this amazing Thai food. Peanut butter tofu. Delicious. My favorite. Now let's think about how long it took for us to discover this favorite food. Did we find out about this during our first day in Montreal? Or after a few months after we have been here? For most of us, I'm pretty sure it happened spontaneously. We did not plan. We did not make it a point to go to every single restaurant in Montreal. Neither did we research for hours on the internet on all the Quebec-based recipes. We did not. It just happened. Now, having been an international student myself, there were so many instances we could not control. It just happened. Could we have controlled how fast employers respond to our job applications? No. Could we have controlled how long the Quebec government took to process our CAQs? And then to correct our CAQs on top of that? Could we have controlled what time the bus arrives during winter? Or how much snow gets into our boots as we stand shivering in the bus stop? We can't. We can only do our best. Leave the house earlier, arrive at the bus stop on time, and hope that things will fall into place. About 3 years ago, I lived a similar experience. I got an offer to be a director of an education center in British Columbia. Oh my gosh. I was so happy, no words. Finally, I made it into senior management. However, the fear of uncertainty crept in. People around me told me, Parvesh, trust me, this is not a good move. You're going to be all alone in a small town, because again, where I worked before, it was in a rural community. And on top of that, you're vegetarian. Do they even know what vegetarianism is or what it means to be vegetarian? You are not ready for this. For some time, I was consumed by their concerns with all these what ifs. What if things don't go well? What if the job did not turn out to be as enjoyable? What if you get eaten up by a bear? Now, after some time, I asked myself, where is the positivity in all this? What if this job is the best job? What if I don't go? What if I miss out on this amazing opportunity. Will I regret it? Now, I'm sure that some of you face similar questions from your friends and from your family when you told them that you wanted to come to Montreal. The truth is, you cannot and will never be able to predict everything that will happen. So just take the step forward. What will happen, will happen. So let go. Let go and pursue what you want, what you love, without fear. Letting go is an art. It means that you cannot control the outcome. So don't. It is in the moments that we let go of the what-ifs that we find strength and courage to stand up. So how? How can we let go? I want to leave you with three actionable steps. First, breathe and relax. Go out for a walk, read, paint, rest, watch a movie. It is when you relax that you will find meaning in your life and gain a better perspective of what really, really matters to you. You are more than your job. You are more than your job. There is a beautiful world outside that we cannot control. The sunrise, the sunset, the beautiful weather, or winter, we can't control. We only have to experience, be positive, and enjoy. Live in the moment. Second, keep trying. Letting go does not mean that you stop doing your best. It does not mean that you just sit down, let go, and things will fall into our lap. We'll get more money, we'll get wealth, it doesn't mean that way. Letting go means that you still perform your best, giving every single endeavor and task your heart and your soul. However, you need to be mindful of your intentions. If you're doing something to impress other people around you, you're trying to control something that is not up to you. No matter how hard you work, there is no guarantee and no way for you to know that people around you will actually appreciate what you do. There's no way. Only do things because they matter to you, because you want to make an impact, because you want to make a difference. Third, the last advice. Be unapologetically confident. You do not owe the world a dime, not 1 cent. Be yourself and be proud. Stand up for what you believe without the fear of judgment. Like some of you, when I was a lot younger, I know that I'm still young, but when I was a lot younger, I remember going to parties, social events, and I never drank alcohol. People told me, Pravesh, come on, try. No matter what people told me, it did not matter. Stand tall and proud with your values, especially if you think it is right. I could have given in to peer pressure, but acting from a place of anxiety and fear only detracts from your inner confidence. When you build confidence, nobody can take it away from you. It is in you. When you choose to let go, you will get comfortable with working hard without expecting for results. The results will come. Things will happen. In many areas of your life, just like when you found your favorite dish in Montreal. It will happen. We don't have to rush it. All we have to do is try our best. Now, today, sitting here, look at how far you have come. done it. You survived your exams, your classes, your visa applications, the program acceleration,
Teachers.
the teachers, and your co-op, everything. Whether you took exportation costs in international business management or SEO and digital marketing, you did it. You trusted that you will succeed and you believed in yourself. This positivity will carry you forward. As you move on from Greystone College, know that your peers, your instructors, and everyone here, myself included, the entire academic management team is here for you, right behind you, cheering you on. On behalf of the entire academic management team, faculty, and staff, congratulations to all. We wish you the very, very best as you move into a bright new chapter in your life. It is a bright new chapter. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause for the graduates.
Once again, thank you so much, Parvesh, for those words. Our next speaker embodies the spirit of Greystone College in every possible way. Known for her ability to bring out the best in her students and her killer questions during question and answer period, as well as her kindness. She's always shown immense support for her students. So I'd like you to help me in welcoming Roxana Wong, who will share her best wishes and introduce our valedictorian.
Thank you. You should get a stamp. Oh no.
All right, graduates. I want to tell you the story of Canada, but it is not the story that you will read in history books. It is not the story of valiant French explorers who first sailed down the St. Lawrence Valley. It is not the story of brave British soldiers who later defended the land. The story I want to tell is the story of immigrants, people like you who took a chance on a young nation and made it their own. In fact, it was immigrants who built our national railway in 1881, the very railway that allowed Canada to become a country of its own. This is the story of immigrants who united a nation from coast to coast. It is not the story that you will read in history books, but it is as true as any. This country was built by immigrants, and if you ever question your place here, this is your proof. Today, we live and breathe the fruits of your ambition, a country united and strong, proud and free, diverse and inclusive. This is the promise of Canada. This country belongs to you. Now, those that came before you, they helped shape our past. You will help build our future. No pressure. But now you may ask, how am I supposed to contribute to the future of this nation? To that, I ask you to think about this. What kind of country would you like to see? What kind of country would you like your children to grow up in? Work towards that vision of Canada, because this country isn't perfect, far from it, and by now you've probably seen its shortcomings. But where there are people who care, there is hope, and as we know, hope is never silent. In a moment, I will have the pleasure of welcoming your valedictorian. She has held on to hope, always, even amid the chaos. She has been steadfast in her studies, diligent in her work. In fact, she finished the program with an overall average of 83.4%. Her peers, describe her as reliable, determined, goal-oriented, and a great professional in both the classroom and the workplace. She has touched the lives of her fellow students in more ways than one. Now she works in the logistics industry, which is truly a testament to her success and hard work. But before I invite her up, I want to leave you with the words of Jack Layton. He was a Canadian politician who wrote quite a famous letter, but really it was a love letter to the country and people that he devoted his life to. And it gave hope to the nation in a time when we had very little of it, and I hope it does that for you today. So the last paragraph of the letter reads this: My friends, love is better than anger. Hope is better than fear. Optimism is better than despair. So let us be loving, hopeful, and optimistic, and we'll change the world. Deborah, I have every confidence that you and your fellow graduates will step up to this task. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your class of Spring 2023 valedictorian, Deborah Andrade.
Hello, I was on first. Good afternoon, friends and staff. We're finally here on our graduation day. Phew. It seems it was just a few days ago that we were having our orientation day and we started college. For me, I started with international research. One of the hardest, but yeah, for me it was exploration costs, the hardest. And now we have completed one step towards success. I believe many of you chose to be here because of a dream. That is my case at least. When I was 8 years old, my aunt, who lived in the United States, sent me a Mickey Mouse postcard. In that moment, first I fell in love with Mickey Mouse. I was 8 years old. And another thing that I realized at that moment is that my country was not my place. I realized that I should start looking for ways to expand my horizons. I was 8 years old then, so of course, I did not move abroad right away. But in that moment, I had that dream. And that dream followed me for many years. And in the following years, I started preparing to be here. For many years, I don't know if that's the case for you, I didn't think it would be possible. It seemed so far-fetched, so expensive, and basically impossible. But the moment came, and almost 20 years after I had that first postcard that brought this dream alive, I am here, graduating, and I can also say I'm living the dream. Here, living in Canada with my husband, my dogs, and working with something I always dreamed of. Sometimes it's not easy, you all know that. I miss my family, I miss my friends, I miss my church, I'm sure you all do. But God has granted us an amazing opportunity to meet new people and grow. Here at Greystone, I met amazing people who also love international business, who also love soccer, for example. People who know me, love soccer. Vamos ganhar por favor. Well, I'm sorry, yes, my team is and I also met people who are also looking for ways to grow. And I'm so happy to have met not all of you, but I'm so glad to have to have met you. I want you to know that you were part of this life-changing opportunity for me, and I thank you all for that. You were amazing friends, amazing partners in projects. You were amazing. You made things easier for me. Maybe our stories are similar and you came to Greystone because you wanted to fulfill a dream, or maybe our stories are completely different. The thing I'm sure of is that right now we are all grateful. We share gratitude at this moment. Gratitude to God who made it all possible. Gratitude to our families who were always there to support us, either here or in our home countries. Gratitude to our friends and classmates, amazing people that we met here, and they made this journey more fun. And gratitude to our professors and staff who contributed in so many ways to our learning and our growth. And last but not least, gratitude to ourselves. It's not easy, but we made it.
Yeah?
We must be grateful. The moment here at Greystone was amazing, but has come to an end. We learned, we grew, we shared experiences, and I hope the next steps for all of us are even better. I believe many of us had a hard time, or maybe is having a hard time to find a perfect job. It took me more than 6 months to find one job. Being at Greystone certainly opened doors for me. As I said, I now work in my dream job, and the experience and knowledge I got here at Greystone helped me a lot. But what really helped me was finding my purpose. I realized a couple of years ago that my purpose is helping small business, small entrepreneurs grow, and that is why I chose here at Greystone the program of International Business Management. Knowing my purpose and working towards my purpose is what got me my dream job. I hope you can all find your purpose, and when you do, advocate for it. I hope you all can love what you do. It's more than having a diploma in international business management, in my case, or digital marketing. It's more than finding a job that pays well, of course we want that, but it's more than that. It's about making a difference and waking up with a big smile on your face because you're fulfilling your dream every day. And I hope you all can find your purpose and wake up with this big smile on your face every day. And you see that when you find something that matches your purpose, a job that matches your purpose, you're not going to be working, and it will be worth it. Thank you.
That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. So now, dear students, we reached the moment that you've all been waiting for, distribution of diplomas. So, in a few moments, our very own Nadine Baladi and Parmesh Jainani will stand here as they present to you your diplomas. As you might have already been prompted to, you will come row by row, lining up on this side, and when I call your name, you will come over here, receive your diploma, and then wait to receive a photo from row 1. Alright, so without further ado, the first row, if you'd like to line up over here on the left. Deborah Andrade.
You're the first one to
Leanna Mendoza. Ivy Pura. Jamie Alonso. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Truly well deserved. The applause, the accolades, the love you're all receiving today, you all were tremendously hard. Just a short story, because that's the only way I can introduce every emotion that I have towards this man. A number of months ago, we were chatting about something, and when you're working in this type of a job, it takes over your life a little. It's not 9 to 5, it's 10 hours, 12 hours sometimes. And we were chatting, and we were saying all the things that we had to do, and he just looked up and he said, I don't remember what it was, but he just looked up and he said, it's my duty. It's our duty. And that's how he looked at this job as more than just a job, but as more than just a job, but a job special. And so without further ado, I'd like to invite Amar to share a few words.
Thank you, Alex. That was so touching.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure, exactly. This is my word. Good afternoon, my dear students, others who present here. So, today is the day we formally bid you goodbye with heavy hearts, but with accountable wishes as well. You have all been great students, and I feel proud that I have taught you as your professor one day. Students, you may think that you are not ready to take the next step after college, but trust me, you are. You must be feeling anxious about what you will do after this and how you will reach your professional goals. But you must believe in the fact that you are ready to take the leap. It may appear to be difficult, but have faith in yourself. Rest assured that hard-working and committed minds like yours can achieve anything they put their minds to. Many parents left their kids abroad and came here to excel as students. They overcame obstacles that have shown us that with passion, you can achieve what seems impossible. When we have students studying French in the morning, running to their classes and to catch their bus to leave on time in the evening, working 8 hours in the weekends, then you must believe that you can achieve what seems impossible. I know you have brilliant ideas. Do not let them go in vain. If you have decided about your next level, work harder towards it. If you haven't, don't worry. Take some time off and discover your area of interest. Research the options available to make a future in what you love to do. There is no rush in life, as it's not a race. So take your time. All these days, you guys have been aspiring and creative for us. You gave us tough time, but also provided us with joyful moments that we will keep forever. Some of you trusted us and shared their academic and personal problems. We appreciate you always putting your trust in us, and we have always tried hard to guide and assist you in the best way possible. My good wishes and blessings are for each and every one of you. And leaving this space, it doesn't mean leaving people behind. So stay in touch. Keep telling us about your achievements in life, and let us all continue to be part of this one big family, as we have been a part of all this time. You can always ask us if you have any queries in the future, and we all will be so happy to offer you our help. It has been a great time teaching you, learning from you, and working together as a team. I will surely miss you all. I wish you all the very best of luck in your future, and that wherever you go, make sure you carry your values and morals with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you for coming.
Get right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us almost to a conclusion of today's festivities. I want to just make a quick note that at the end we will have beverages and little finger foods at that end over there, as well as right behind me for you to partake in. But that second lesson, that other lesson that I told you I would share with you from the beginning, what is it? What wisdom am I about to impart on you? Well, I'm taking this wisdom from a great man. You might know him, and if you had me for labor market integration, you know where I'm going with this one. His name was Anthony Bourdain, and he had a lot to say about Canada. A country like Montreal, Canada, would be hopeless. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the final lesson I need to you. As you wonder which parts of this country to venture off, but remember where home is. Home is where the people that love you miss. I really hope this without Montreal. That being said, I'd like you to share with me the time-honored tradition that demonstrates the closing of this chapter and the starting of a new one. I'm going to say ready, set, go. On go, you will toss your hats as hard as you can into the air. Whoever is able to get her hat launched into the ceiling will have a special prize. Ladies and gentlemen, ready, set, go.